Thank you so much for those that have joined us so far to the Tongan Youth Athletes. This program is focused on the rising stars or the Tongan Youth Athletes throughout the world. You know, we do have another program that is known as Tongan Pro Athletes of today and yesterday. And this is like a younger brother of this program. This program focuses on our youth and what are they trying to do. And I have asked many of the former athletes, especially who have traveled on this path, to come on and number one, share about youth athletes in their area or whom they know that is trying to make their way up in the ladder of this challenging world, and you know, so that we have a public awareness of who they are, so that we can follow through this. And many of these are young stars that, have not gained much recognition, of course. And that's what we love, and that's what it's all about, just trying to find a way of, finding people, finding the kids, and then we encourage them. We give them something that many of us have gained over the years, as we travel through that route. And I've asked many of them to do so. So while I'm waiting, I need to double check on the link that I sent out to make sure I did send the correct link and make sure we are clicking. But in the meantime, I'll give you a song to entertain to, and
Simula tanong fofai holoto kahit ukuaw ang na emahino e kufie ma uho fo isingo kekeho kokoro hotolo salio Si o mai ta ahine iho kuloto ko tau anga ihe manako kane o ngope si ete fie fe ao motuhi ape ihe anga holoto Si o mai ta ahine iho kuloto ko tau anga ihe manako kane o ngope si ete fie fe ao motuhi ape ihe anga holoto motuhi ape
Thank you very much. That song and my brothers and sisters, I hope that I'm coming across okay. I have been told that the internet is having some problems, but assuming that it's okay, I will continue. But as I was saying, we just started this month, last month, the Tongan Youth Athletes. And this program, we will get to talk about some of the young athletes that is in many different areas who's making their new, who's starting up their young career. Like many Tongan pro athletes, they had, their beginning one way, in this. But as you may know, that my name is Siwaki Levi, better known as Coach Levi. Been working with the Tongan athletes, youth athletes, from about 20 plus years ago. Our first main event was the Kingdom Bowl in 2002, which was a big challenge of gathering most of the senior Tongan football players to go to Tonga and display the game of football at the Teuwhaiwa Stadium at the King's birthday celebration. So we were able to gather almost 70 of the Tongan football players whom were seniors only. Can you imagine, how hard it is back in 2002? That summer we were able to accomplish the goal, and of course there were hundreds of families who followed us to the kingdom to play this game that we love called American football, where Tonga does not play it. And so that was a big accomplishment, and it went for every year until 2006, when some problem happened in Tonga, political problem, and then we stopped. But we brought it back. We brought it back to to where we continue and add up the Tonga Bowl here in San Francisco, at the Bay Area, and so forth. But the main reason of having was to connect, or to make, to find out the Tongan news. Of course, back in 2000, it was much easier to count the many athletes, especially the great athletes who made names and were known. Today, there's two problems. There's so many outstanding youth. And I'm sorry, our program is called PASE, Polynesian American Sports and Education. And it has grown so big because the Polynesian is doing real well, especially here in the United States. And if I add on New Zealand, Australia, and other nations, it will be huge. And if we talk about outstanding youth athletes from the islands, Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga. And that's why I'm breaking it up to smaller pieces so that we can cover more people. And we're starting here with the Tongan youth athletes, and only here in the United States. And we will include the girls, and all the other athletes soon, but we'll add on, worldwide. so that we can share some of these great athletes, because with our network, we will be able to help them, because there are many opportunities and there are many people who know things that we can do to help. But whether we could or not, a lot of these athletes help themselves, because, you know, their community is right behind them. But at least we have the public awareness of knowing who they are, getting familiar with these names at an early age, names that will someday become a household name. But at the moment, they're either 15-year-old, 16 or 17-year-old boys or girls who's going through the trials and errors and going through the tough time, the training, you know, learning things in the hard way of becoming the star that they will be, and hopefully reminding them of you know, of the struggles, and more important, of the people who's right there side by side. You know, I spent the weekend with the parent, the father or coach of Tony Finau, I would say the highest ranked Tongan golf player in the world, talking about many, many great things. And I think we will have on this audience, on this show, many coaches, many ex athletes that could help with information to help our kids, you know. And I'm going to check into our internet to make sure that it's going okay. But, you know, in the meantime, I will continue to play you some Tongan music while we at it, while I'm trying to find if I'm sending out the right